Agence France Presse reports that experts and former officers are saying the United States likely will keep thousands of troops in Iraq beyond 2011. U.S. officials privately acknowledge that the U.S. military presence in Iraq will almost certainly be extended, even though a security agreement in force requires all U.S. forces to depart by the end of 2011.
So tonight, I am announcing that the American combat mission in Iraq has ended. Operation Iraqi Freedom is over, and the Iraqi people now have lead responsibility for the security of their country. This was my pledge to the American people as a candidate for this office.
But analysts say the U.S. military will stay in Iraq, not only for technical tasks to assist the Iraqi armed forces, but also to be what they describe as being a reassuring presence for Iraqis fearing a revival of sectarian and ethnic bloodshed. Baghdad's military remains heavily dependent on U.S. logistical support, air power, equipment, and expertise, while most Baghdad politicians are anxious to retain American troops as a peacekeeping force in reserve. Nearly 50,000 U.S. troops remain in Iraq under a so-called advise and assist role after President Barack Obama declared a formal end to the U.S. combat mission. The White House, keen to wind down the U.S. role there, has played down the possibility of a large U.S. force. In recent days, Vice President Joe Biden has even spoken of all troops leaving Iraq by the end of next year.
The Vice President of the United States.
And Iraqi troops are taking lead responsibility for their country's security. We've kept a promise made to the American people and to the people of Iraq by drawing down our forces to roughly 50,000. And we're on track to remove all of our troops by the end of next year, according to the agreement signed by President Bush made with the Iraqi government.
But Iraqi Army Chief of Staff General Babakar Zabari told AFP last month that his country's forces would require U.S. support for another decade, while some analysts in Washington argue for keeping about half of the current force after 2011. Any talks on the future of the U.S. presence will have to wait for a new government in Iraq, where politicians have still failed to agree upon a power-sharing deal since parliamentary elections in March.